So the iPhone XS has been out for a number of years now, and while of course there are new offerings on the iPhone side of things, I do still think the iPhone XS is a pretty good phone. So today we're going to talk about 5 reasons as to why I personally think you might want to consider picking up the iPhone XS in 2022. And the first reason is the screen. The iPhone XS features a 5.8-inch OLED screen with a resolution of 1125 by 2436, and honestly, still looks phenomenal. The OLED screen does mean that you get a nice amount of contrast, and actually using dark mode and wallpapers with lots of black in actually does save you battery life. I personally recommend this car seat headrest how to leave town wallpaper. It's my personal favorite I've come across. It also of course features True Tone to keep all your colors nice and balanced, and it's got lots of great features that you would see today but for significantly less money. And of course, while it may not have all of the crazy features of the iPhone 13, let alone the iPhone 13 Pro, what it does do, which is to provide a really nice high-resolution image with great levels of contrast, it does really well. Next up, the iPhone XS camera system is fantastic if you don't care for the ultra-wide lens. Okay, so I might have been a bit hyperbolic there. I mean, it is missing out on night mode. The front-facing video really isn't all that good, especially compared to the newest offerings. It's only got 1080p and up to 60 FPS. However, I do still think the iPhone XS does have a pretty nice camera system. As I previously alluded to, we have both a standard and a telephoto camera. Both have nice colors, good dynamic range, and of course, excellent levels of sharpness. And of course, while we are missing out on newer technology like night mode, we do still get portrait mode, and here, I think it works really well. The front-facing camera also does help to show this thing's age. It's only got a 7-megapixel front-facing camera versus the 12 megapixels that we see today. The selfies can still look really good on the iPhone XS, and as long as you like these two focal lengths, you're unlikely to be disappointed. Next up, and this is a big one for some people, ecosystem. For those of you who aren't aware, the ecosystem is essentially when you have several different Apple devices, and it's called this because of the way they talk to each other. So this might be things like AirDrop, or Bluetooth sharing with things like AirPods, or Handoff, which is when you can send a tab that you have open on your phone to your computer, or vice versa. And for a lot of people, this is really cool. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest advocate for the Apple ecosystem. I do find it can be very hard to get out of, but if you are interested in giving the Apple ecosystem a try, say you have a Mac or an iPad, then getting the iPhone XS will give you the phone part of the ecosystem, which is good, and it's even better that you don't have to spend new iPhone money on it. All the Apple technology is pretty well supported, so the fact that you can get into the ecosystem for less money, for a lot of people, this is a really awesome thing that the iPhone XS can help with. Next up, we have the convenience. Now, this one is going to depend on person to person. However, I've said it before and I will almost definitely say it again. I think the 5.8-inch iPhones are the perfect size. It's not too big to the point where you struggle to hold it or put it in your pocket, but it's not too small to the point where easily reading text or watching videos becomes an issue. It's also not too heavy. And so again, while this one is more of a personal preference, I really like it. In fact, a week or so ago, I took a 6.1-inch iPhone to the beach, and my swim shorts only have back pockets. When I say getting that thing in my pockets was a challenge, I am definitely understating. That said though, if it had taken the XS, it would have been a darn sight easier and also less likely to rip my pocket or fall out. So yeah, I am a big fan of this size. I think it's a very practical iPhone size, but again, this is personal preference. And finally, and I'm sure you guys saw this coming, but the iPhone XS is phenomenal value in 2022. I frequently see this thing going on the used market for about $250. And with all of the things we talked about, this is not only phenomenal value if you want to get some of the things we talked about in this video, such as the ecosystem or even a point and shoot replacement, but if you just want a first iPhone, maybe you want to try out iOS, or you want a phone for a younger relative, then nowadays the iPhone XS is certainly a wallet-friendly option. I remember when this thing launched and it was like $1,000, and now seeing as you can get it for $250 or under, with some pretty nice camera performance, a nice screen, and also probably a decent amount of longevity. Seeing as iPhones do typically last a bit longer, just make sure you check your battery health. Seriously, before you go and buy an iPhone XS, get an exact battery figure from the seller. If it's got a new battery or a really high maximum capacity, great. If it's service battery and it's got like 60% health, don't buy that one. Trust me, that is the last thing you want. All right, guys, so that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know, by the way, what do you think of the iPhone XS? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you want one? Are you watching this video on one? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I always enjoy reading those. Once again, a huge thank you to anyone who has become a channel member. If you want to get your name in the credits, access to my wallpapers, which you'll see in these videos, and just to help support the channel in general, then please do consider becoming a channel member. As for now, though, as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video. If you want to see more content like this, then smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.